Hi there. Wanted to do a little bit of a discussion around the victim. This seems to be another theme that is coming up in many of the viewers' comments and personal messages, many of whom go into elaborate detail about how horrid their lives have been. And I want to say that my sharings are not discounting anything that any of you have been through. As I've shared so rawly of my own experiences of suffering and victim, I can only do that from me. I'm never pointing at you and saying that your story is somehow discounted or that your pain is not real. My pain was very real too. And so I certainly don't want anyone to maybe step away from a viewing of one of my videos and think that I'm insensitive to what you are either going through now or what you've gone through in the past. Pain is real. Physical pain is real. And yet it is part of the illusion. And what I mean by that is not that you are making this up and that when you have a headache, you're not really feeling that. We are here in this illusion of a physical body, and there are many aspects of that that are very real. Physical pain is one of them. When it's happening, and it's in the now moment, and there is a part of you that is attached to that is knowing that it is part of your experience now, or it wouldn't be. I certainly will not tell you that that is not real for you. I can only speak to the story of Kelly. That's all I will ever do. So if you transpose what I'm saying into your own experience, then of course you're going to feel suffering because there is an apparent story of a separate person saying she's discounting me. And that of course is going to feel yucky and hurtful and painful. And that's not my intention at all. I think I've been really clear in all of my videos in stating that I can only share this apparent experience of Kelly. That's all I can do. If it resonates, great. If it doesn't, that's okay too. There's no attachment here to outcome. So I will share from my experience of my victim story. Do not take what I am saying and try and translate it into your story. If it sits well within you, maybe inquire on it for yourself. And if it doesn't, let it go. It's really that simple. You would not be watching this unless there was something here for you. Really. So, as I've shared several times in several videos, I lived a victim life. Started at a young age. The age of 3, molestation happened at the hand of my grandfather. It then carried on into being raised in a family with 2 alcoholic parents. It then went up to the story of abandonment by my very first love. And then it carried on to the story of abandonment by my husband and the father of my child. Divorce happened. I can go into so many stories around the stories. Yet, as I sit here and share in this moment, this right now moment, none of that is happening. None of it. Therefore, it's an illusion. It's not here. So any attachment to the past causes pain. Any projection into the future causes pain. Right here and right now, I'm breathing beautiful air. I'm at peace. I've got 2 chirping little boys playing on the trampoline below. I'm just adoring this moment. It's a Sunday. I have laundry to do and chores to do just like everyone else. And that's all perfect. It's all just happening. Now, I could make a choice to sit here and dwell on what happened to me in the past. I could absolutely sit here and pull every feeling of that past experience into now. The mind holds all of it. It's a computer. It records and holds and stores. Certainly, I can tap into that memory bank and pull it into this now moment, and instantly I'm in my victim. Yet I choose, the apparent story of an I chooses not to do that. Flickers of these thoughts pop into the experience. Something happens, and there is an instantaneous knowing to inquire, is it happening now? Now, if someone ran up these stairs and started beating me over the head with a bat in this moment, I cannot say to you that in that moment I would be sitting there saying, none of this is real. That would be insanity. And I am not insane. So please understand that I am not trying, or this experience of Kelly is not trying to minimize real pain that's happening for someone who's watching this now. If you're sitting on the other end of this YouTube video in pain, in suffering, certainly I am not attempting to discount that for you. What I am saying is that you can choose, as if there is choice. You are hearing this now for awareness to know that inquiry can happen on those thoughts that are leading to the suffering. It's that simple. That is the message. Nothing further. The mind will want to grab onto that and dissect it and make it something that it's not. Look at the mind. Look at what it starts to do. Sit quietly for a minute right now. I'll sit with you and hear what the mind is saying. Maybe the mind said she's insane. Maybe the mind said she doesn't know my story. Maybe the mind said she hasn't walked in my shoes. Who knows? In this experience of Kelly, it's perfect right now. Right here, right now. I'm being with that. As soon as right now is a past tense statement, and in fact it is, because as soon as I say it, it's gone, it's old, it's done, it never happened, it's an illusion. If I try to tap into that yet again, I'm back in suffering. If we're feeling depression or anxiety or fear, we are not in the now moment. It's that simple. How do we know we need to inquire? Because there's pain happening. I'm not talking about physical pain. I'm talking about emotional pain. I'm talking about suffering in the mind. Many want to grab onto the story and they want to challenge it. They want to challenge the story that they're hearing coming through the YouTube. That also is a point to inquiry. If you are a lover of what is, there's absolutely no discrimination of what is being done, what is being said, what is being brought forward. It's about loving this as it is, just this. Even if we don't like it, it's here, it's in reality. So let's go to the physical pain. If there is physical pain in the body, not emotional pain, but you're feeling physical pain in the body, if it's some form of disease in the body, some form of ailment in the body that is causing pain right here and right now, it's even about loving that. It's even about allowing space for that. So again, I'll use myself as an experience story because I can only speak to the story of Kelly. About 8 months ago, there was physical body pain. Every time I ate food, I had pain. The eating of the food represented pain for me, so I came to a place where eating was not something I enjoyed. I would put food in the mouth and it hurt. Long story short, my gallbladder was very, very infected and it was full of stones. So the gallbladder was removed from the body. That's what they do these days. They don't take the stones out, they take the whole gallbladder out. The gallbladder is no longer in the body. The body is healed. Yet the eating of the food still caused the pain body. The pain body was still saying eating food is painful. So where is the pain coming from? As I did inquiry on this, the recognition happened. It's from the mind. The mind is still attached to the idea that there is pain because of conditioning. The body had been conditioned to associate pain with eating. This is how eating disorders come. This is how young people who are looking to control something in their lives form an eating disorder. The mind is conditioned, and then the body follows the conditioning. But you were never any of it. I was never any of that. Isn't that peaceful? The washer stopped making all that noise. Beautiful. There is no Kelly here doing anything. Consciousness is aware that this experience of Kelly is being done. Someone asked what I was referring to when I said that I am not the dancer, I am being danced. Thinking that I am the dancer is saying that I am a separate person doing something. I am a doer. Yes, there's an illusion of a human being here doing something, but I am never that. I am behind all of that, watching, witnessing, consciousness, aware of an experience happening. An experience happening in over 8 billion people all over the planet, apparently. Yes, physical pain is very real. Yet when we inquire into it and love it where it is, love it where it is. So again, if I were to stub my toe right now and end up breaking my toe, how would this experience of Kelly work with that? In an apparent story of working with anything. The toe is broken. The pain is happening. Loving the pain. You're here. I'm going to love you, even if I don't like you. You're here. May I cry? May I feel you? May I put ice on you? Certainly. That may happen. I'm allowing it because it's here. Consciousness does not discern. The universe does not discern. The universe does not look at things in duality. It does not say that's good, bad, right, wrong, better, best, painful, not painful. The universe says, look, there's experience. Awesome. This is why I will say to people when I am communicating with those who have transitioned that although they can relate to the story of duality, they're no longer living in that. They're no longer part of that experience once they've left the physical body. So if you are here in grieving and they see you, they're not in grief for you grieving. They're loving you where you are, perfectly, wholly where you are. So I really wanted to talk about the victim today because it is arising in so many queries. And again, many sharing their own pain. If you knew my story, if you knew where I came from, if you knew what I've been through, you wouldn't be saying that. Well, you're arguing with reality because I am saying it, because it's my experience. Your need for my experience to be your experience is your suffering, not mine. And even I can love you there. As I read the words coming through, It's just compassion and love for where you are. It does not pull me into your story. It does not pull me into your suffering and pain. Nor would you want it to. It's about loving what is arising. Every bit of it. Every single snippet and bit of it. So I will wrap up with that. And I give you all a big hug today. In love. Until next time.